Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Dead Cells as we try our very best to do yeah, let's do it. Try to do a Mushroom Boy run, and we should at least equip this, I've got an explosive crossbow. I'm happy. Let's find the Mushroom Boy and then just finish the run. that's all I really want to do here is just get that last achievement, because there's 2 achievements left in the game that I have to get. One of them is do a run with the cursed sword, and one of them is finish a run using one particular item. That's not cursed sword. I suppose in general that is the same, achievement for cursed sword, just with one particular item. But I have been very poor with my runs on trying to do one with Mushroom Boy. I don't know why. I guess in my head I just don't, we're just gonna sell this. I just don't like it, and I just find myself getting a little bit annoyed that I don't have an extra skill on hand that I can take advantage of, but whatever. Whatever. We'll find one on the run and we'll take him along with us and we'll get this done. It's our last, again, second to last achievement to do anyways. I'm so surprised that this is my second to last achievement. Do a cursed sword run? We'll get that done eventually. Use an item? Nah, screw that one. Just don't sack the boy. That's the truth. You have to not sacrifice the boy. Which is also part of the difficulty of it, because I know that Mushroom Boy does a ton of damage if you sacrifice him, but for the achievement you have to not sacrifice him. At all, ever. And I don't think they're talking about Mama Tick either. I think they're talking specifically about, yeah, don't press RT twice when you have him in your skills. We can take him later in the run. The problem is, he's not guaranteed to spawn. I suppose I could make a custom item list and then specifically have Mushroom Boy as like one of my only skills, so that if we find a skill shop, we're essentially guaranteed to have him. But I like rolling default game mode here. But that is a very good point. That, yes, we could take a Mushroom Boy later, but it might not spawn. So we have to balance not having the skill, or rather, him being my skill, versus the possibility of not getting it later. There's a lot of food on this floor. I'd say, unfortunately, I'm not taking a lot of damage, but that's, a fortunate thing, really. Get out of here. Ooh, and we get a wolf trap. Bark at the moon. Ow! I'll take it. A wolf trap would be pretty nice on this run, I think. Unbind the input too. I guess if I unbind the input for Mushroom Boy, I might not be using him. If I have him as a skill, I kind of want to still be able to use him, even though I think he sucks. But yeah, the hard part is going to be not hitting the button twice. But we still have to find a Mushroom Boy, which there's not, and we're going to the next floor. Let's go to the sewers. After the last run that I did, going to the DLC path and not finding the bank, I kind of want to just go to the sewers path here. I want to give myself the best chance possible of surviving, which means get scrolls early. He stays out permanently. Mushroom Boy stays out permanently if you spawn him in a level. However, when you go to another level, he will despawn, I believe. So I would have to respawn him every level, which means I have to, okay, go in, map the button, hit the button, spawn him in. Although I guess I could map it on keyboard or something. Dead Poet Society, welcome. What's my final achievement? My final achievement is twofold. One of them is do a cursed sword run, and one of them is use Mushroom Boy. Which kind of, I'm not a big streamer or anything, but if I did have my own memes, this would be one of them. The Mushroom Boy, every time I get it, it just sucks. And my run is very poor. Although that actually sounds very similar to my promenade run of the condemned runs. Whenever I go to the promenade, I always just have like a horrible run. It's a hard biome. I don't know why I have such a hard time in the promenade. But we're gonna try and do our Mushroom Boy run here because we have a good survival run from that early explosive pickaxe here, which I love. You lived from that? All right. If only the bank update would preserve your achievements so that you could get achievements on that update. Then I could do like a Cursed Sword run or a Mushroom Boy run and then maybe survive it with that gold armor. Okay. I'm gonna go for probably brutality. But I'm gonna focus on ranged, I think. So we should probably focus on tactics so we can get point blank. Hey, get out of here. Because if we're gonna have a Mushroom Boy, he's gonna interrupt my melee if I'm going any melee. I love seeing an attack do exactly 1,000 damage. It's a very, very satisfying number. Give you some more ammo. The one negative to the explosive crossbow, if you don't have the ammo +3 mutation, you gotta wait sometimes. You know what I need is a new weapon. Something like an explosive crossbow, oh, I don't know, 6 or something? I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. Goodbye, Sonic Carbine. I'll see you next run, hopefully. Donk. Donk. It's just so satisfying. And good. It's also very, very efficient. So what are we looking for? If we go to the Watcher fight with this as our equipment, I would not be unhappy. I'm unhappy about this guy. Freaking jumps over all my shots. I would not be unhappy. I would prefer some sort of a horizontal trap like a scavenged bombard. We've seen that before. We know that it works very well against the Watcher's tentacles. So we'll be keeping our eye open for that. I also like a giant whistle. I do feel like a cannon would be a little bit better though. We got one. Plus damage to a poisoned target. Wolf trap plus cannon bombard. You know what? You sold me. I know we should be also, thinking about Mushroom Boy, but this is just a run where this is just like a casual run. I'm not trying to do anything new here. I'm not trying to break the game. I'm just like, get me past the Watcher, and then I'll find and pick up a Mushroom Boy and then just finish it. I'll go in and fight the Lighthouse even, I don't care. Although I still think I'm better on the Collector in the Hand of the King than the Lighthouse, but it is a shorter run. Well, you gotta go through the shipwreck though, unless you wanna go through the distillery, which is probably not what you would want. I'll take a smoke bomb. I'll smoke this bomb. There's another chest there, and another chest here. A lot of chests all of a sudden. Let's go. I love it. Not that, I love the chest and scroll. Oh, I do love getting free scrolls. Now just don't get hit. There's no gold armor to save us here. Distillery is objectively the best biome, says Izu the person. So I think I figured you out. You just say, everything you say is wrong, right? You just love being wrong? Nah, who needs a shield? Shields are bad, distillery's good. I get it. Uncle Welcome, how's it going? Uncle Immy? Uncle MM? Okay, kinda gotta wait. I don't know why you exploded. Let's not aggro you until we can get up there. Whoa, that's my bowl. My ball. My bull ball. My bowling ball. I got very scared for a second. Take the money. Don't get poisoned. Come on, shoot down. Yes! Got him. Oh, baby. One more scroll added onto the pile. Although one scroll barely satisfies my appetite for scrolls. Must get more scrolls. The enemies that hit you freeze. This is a very good affix. What the heck? Oh, it's right under the turret. I thought I saw some text flying on that turret and I was like, what the heck? What the heck? I'm just gonna eat the food. We have very low level melees, so I do not mind taking on a little bit more just for 100% HP. I should actually like look at my equipment though to see if anything benefits from being at max, but you know, whatever, it's just 1 point of melees. Okay, well, there goes our full HP, never mind, I am dumb. There's a whole turkey over there though. Izzy says, mention for the record that that was just sarcasm. All right. I will. Adrir Gamer says, I went to the distillery one time and I died quickly. I also die quickly when I go to the distillery. Every time I go. Bubonic Lettuce says, I do not like shields, they feel weird. I don't mind the feeling of the shields. Part of the benefit of the shield is just having the force shield activate if you get hit, so you don't get comboed. Like, you're not gonna get hit, get stunned, and be unable to move, because you'll get hit and then you'll have a moment to move in a second. But, I do like shields. They're good. They're good to have. Can you re-roll this? Critical hits damage up? Nah, it's a good upgrade. I don't wanna mess with it. I would like ammo, but we don't need it. So what are we gonna take instead? If we're not gonna take ammo, we could take astronomy, we could take necromancy. I don't think we need point blank. Let's go for... Let's just go for gastronomy, necromancy. That way we don't get completely killed if we get hit once. What are we doing? Mushroom Boy. That's what we're doing. This is my final attempt at doing Mushroom Boy before I just do it off camera. Because I'm tired of picking up Mushroom Boy, realizing that he's bad and he's ruining my melee attacks, and then being like, ah crap, what am I gonna do now? And for some reason not thinking, well, what about just dropping Mushroom Boy? Apparently that never comes up in my mind, that I can do that. Whoa, my god. Okay, be careful. He's gonna shoot your turret and get you killed. He's still shooting something. I don't know what he's shooting, but I don't like him. I see the exclamation mark off screen of, by the way, bullet, 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 bullet. Oh my god, the freaking bowling ball I see, it scares the crap out of me. You know what? That'll kill the rat at least. Okay. We got it. I'm always scared of the curse, but it's been dealt with. Hey, bird, get out of here. Gotta be honest with you, it's a pretty good way of dealing with the burbs, having a trap. Uh-oh. I got hit, whatever. You freaking jerk! God dang inquisitors! And I'm the guy who says that they're actually not that bad when you're fighting them. I'm making myself look bad. Or just, you know, being bad. Stop. I do love the stun from the crossbow. What is this? It's a swift sword. You know what? Put it in my backpack. I don't have anything to really... What is dying over here? I don't really have anything to do with it. You know, I don't have anything that's giving me necessarily a whole bunch of... Oh my god. A whole bunch of... speed, but I'm also using a crossbow right now, so I don't really feel the need to use a sword. It's also not my favorite kind of sword. Cursed sword. Though I don't even want to look. I don't want to look at that and see a mushroom boy and say to myself, well, I gotta take it now. That was very good. You hear that? Get out of here. Oh my god, it's a freaking another one! It's just one of the, like, reasons to like the crossbow. The fact that it's just so good at stunning. It doesn't stun every hit, but you'll probably stun within 2. I could have let him live and been like, you know what? You're just gonna have to live with it. You couldn't protect anyone. You failed them, Protector. You should change your name. Can't Protector. It sounds a little bit better in your case. Got him. Well, now I'm just going to find the teleporter. Oh, what the heck? Teleporter's this way. Yeah, I like what we have right now. I'm not gonna swap out any of our skills, but after we do the boss, we'll swap out the cannon and we will grab a little mushroom boy. Mushroom boy. We haven't even seen a mushroom boy though, so I guess I'm not really that upset that I haven't found one yet. The Metal Gear villain. Dun, dun, dun. you want to know a secret of mine? A horrible, terrible secret of mine? I've never played Metal Gear. But I've seen it being played. I think I've watched a playthrough of one of the games, and my friends have played it, so I've seen it. I get the jokes, I get the reference. Nanomachine Son! And Metal Gear. Yeah. I get it. What is this? Ruby key. I will take it, because it's actually quite good. Oh, I get what's making those bombs pop up now. Every time I take a scroll, it is destroying my traps, which cause them to drop 2 bombs when destroyed. For 152 damage. I guess that's what killed the rampaging zombie when he was caught. And I was like, why did you die? I don't understand. That probably explains it. Stop hitting my turret. My baby! Not my baby! Metal Gear Solid 2 has some profoundly educational moments. Talking about like geopolitics and whatnot. That's my understanding of Metal Gear games, right? You want to control them with nanomachines, son. Well, a lot of stuff's gonna happen. Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. I see this, 10,000 gold for 10 kills on a curse. It's actually not that bad. I mean, there's like 8 enemies right there, so you know what? 20? Oh no. That's way more than I thought. But still, we can just pick these guys to death. What's up? I mean, I don't like you being there, but I do see you. I'm a bit of a coward right now. Still have 7 curse to go. So that was my traps being destroyed when I picked up a scroll, but me not being able to resummon them. I get it. I get it now. I understand. By the way, hey you. Playing it a little cautiously. Just waiting for enemies to spawn in and not turn into elites, hopefully. There's a nutcracker. I do like the nutcracker, but we know what we're doing. Why are there no enemies spawning in? Do you have to be like with other enemies before enemies will spawn in or something? It's like nothing is spawning in. Coked Up Penguin asks, what happens if your malaise maxes out? Nothing good. Nothing major except for every enemy being insanely aggressive and extremely damaging and get like 60% bonus damage output. So those types of bad things. Uh-oh. That'll do it. So for doing all of that, what do we get? I can't believe that makes you invulnerable. For doing all that, we got 10,000 gold. That is not worth it. I could have gotten a scroll or 2 scrolls for that much. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Goddamn slowdown. You expect the enemy to move when they normally do, and then they take a lot longer to actually do their jump attack. Oh, every freaking time. What is doing that? Just the normal explosive crossbow shot? I gotta get rid of that. I've gotta find a way of re-rolling this. I would love to just have a new weapon by now, but we've been stuck with the same crossbow because nothing good has shown up. Good Poet Society says, this game changes often, but one thing stays the same, it's very difficult. Yep. Honestly, it's nice that it changes because a lot of the changes that have been made to Dead Cells, I think have made it better. You know, the changes to the malaise mechanics, I think those changes made the game better. You know, items are oftentimes nerfed or buffed or whatever. Use Swift Sword and Tonic. Critical hit if you have an active speed buff. And Tonic, yeah, Tonic does give you a speed buff, huh? Well, you know what? This Swift Sword isn't that good right now, but I'll hold on to it because it's legendary. And if we find a Tonic later, maybe we'll try that out a little bit. I'm gonna take this. It's a level 9 versus level 4. At this point, I just need a new weapon. Not having malaise in 4 BC was definitely better, says Celso. You know what? Yes. What did malaise used to do? Malaise used to just, it used to, hold on, let me make sure I get this dodge roll. It used to go up every time you got hit, which was really annoying on enemies that hit you very quickly, which there were a lot of in 4BC previously. So you would get hit for, you know, 10 damage 5 times quickly, and then all of a sudden you would have half of your malaise bar filled. And it would also, I forget exactly how it works. I think originally it would just kill you instantly, but then they made it so that you just took a lot of damage when the malaise activated at full bars. I will fully admit, though, to not remembering how malaise actually worked. I just remembered it was kind of annoying. And then, of course, the most annoying time for it was when you had elites that had powers, like they do now, but then they also summoned bonus zombies infinitely that you had to fight. The elites were just horrible with that malaise. And then they changed it, and then it was a lot better. It would just damage you over time very quickly until you were dead. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, it got real good. Game got real good. Yeah, I forget what those zombies were called. The elites would just summon an infinite number of respawning zombies. And it was just very annoying if you were trying to dodge them inside of a box arena that they created because they had special powers, and then as that happened, you were just like getting hit over and over again. It was very annoying. That is my Dead Cells memory right there. Random skills. Wolf Trap. Kinda like it. Just a little bit better. Damage you over time very quickly until you were dead. It reduced your health to 10%. I think it had many iterations. It probably did multiple things at some points. Did I fight you? Yeah, I did. But the fact that it's now a time-based thing, first of all, it's way more lenient, I feel. But it is also more fun because it's interactive. You know, you can choose your malaise level as opposed to, you know, just don't get hit, just don't ever, literally ever get hit forehead. So there is a tonic, but we're gonna keep the equipment that we have because this is good equipment for the Watcher. Oh, I remember. Part of the reason why the old malaise was so annoying with the old elites was that the elites would also teleport into you and hit you with a laser that was already active, so you would just instantly take damage. It was not fun. It was not a fun time. But then they made it to what it is now, and it's very good. I said it when I played version 2.4. I said it when I played the Queen in the Sea update. And it's true both times. The game has never been better. So you gotta be very careful using the repeater crossbow here because this guy does kind of glitch out a little bit. If you hit the Watcher with the repeater crossbow rooting, he'll just do that attack as soon as the root finishes. You gotta be a little careful with how you interact with him. Yeah, whatever. There's lore in the game that's like, you know, there was was it a prisoner that turned into the Watcher? And they talk about it, they're like, have you been down to her cell recently? She's become quite the monster, hasn't she? I don't follow the lore in Dead Cells. I'm here to kill bosses and pick up scrolls. Oh, it's good. Okay, let's not forget any more scroll fragments this time. Thick Boy and Hank Bob, welcome to the stream, by the way. You two, good to see you. Yeah, Sanctuary, yep. Let's see what we get. This would be a perfect time for a legendary Mushroom Boy. I don't really care about the turret anymore. We don't need it. I mean, look, if I had a boy's axe, that'd be one thing. Yeah, it's good, but is it good for the build? It's a little bit more interesting than the Swift Sword, isn't it? Dude, I'm looking at the number. I want to see that number get even higher. I'm gonna take it. We might not use it immediately, but I'm gonna take it. Although, now that I think about it, what if we get that brutality mutation where when you dodge roll, you do damage? And then we just roll through the enemies with the club? I don't think it does that much damage, but that would be kind of funny. Sword and toothpick? Tooth and nail? Get Fatal Cadence and Boy's Axe. What the heck is Fatal Cadence? You think I remember the names of the individual mutations in the game? I remember them by their icons only, thank you. Actually, that's a lie. I don't even recognize them by their icons, just their effects. Kill rhythm. Ah, so you could charge it a lot faster if you had a boy's axe. Okay, I mean, that makes sense. I get it. I get it. Although honestly, what if I just had two toothpicks and I had one fast toothpick and one slow toothpick? Oh, Jesus. Thank you very much, fast weapon that allows me to dodge roll very quickly without being stuck in an animation. I appreciate you a lot. You're not dead yet? That's a little weird. There's gonna be enemies spawning in here when we're done, so we gotta make sure we come back and kill them all. I don't believe charge attacks get affected by kill rhythm. That's interesting. I wonder how that would work. Because you don't charge immediately on attack. You do have to do the attack first before the charge, right? Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, it's a weapon that charges, so would kill rhythm work at all? Toothpick is just better without the charge? Well, yeah, because when you charge the toothpick, it does break for like 5 seconds or 8 seconds or something. But it's very funny to see big numbers. that's my entire like mantra here. Thinking about this is, well, if I do it, I'll get big numbers. And that's fun in its own right. Well, that was 800 damage I'm never getting back, except I just did immediately. Yoink. Where's my curse chest? I'm looking for a curse chest. I'm not seeing one. It might be near the end of the floor. I don't think it always spawns before the button. I think sometimes it can spawn after you unlock the doors. I think most of the time it spawns before the button. It might be up there. But there are 2 chests on the floor, and it wasn't that one, so. Let's do some backing up. Oh no. Roll for 4x damage on the toothpick. Now that sounds like a fun idea. That I like the idea of. Well, it's a lot easier to go in this direction, huh? Man, I gotta admit, with survival, you basically never have to worry about melees, do you? Because I don't think we've ever had melees. No, you know, we did have melees at level 3. It wasn't there for long, but it was there. Please die, thank you very much. In my head, I always have to think about it. I don't know why. All right. Continue moving on. Looking for that cursed chest still. This is a large area. There's not normally this many enemies here. That guy with his fist of fury, my lord. Cecil says, I play a lot of survival and I get my melees up to level 7. I guess it would depend on how fast and careless you are. And I'm a very fast and careless Dead Cells player, I think. I also do get my melees pretty high on occasion, especially if I eat a lot of food. It's a nice little, you know, cost benefit on the food front. If you eat the food, yeah, you get the health out of it, but you also just might get an overwhelming amount of melees you can't really do anything about. I like it, it's a good mechanic. Hold on. The guy's in the middle of his jumping animation. He's like, I got him. Kind of. Oh, this is not the best. Kind of expected. That I would actually be able to, and I'm just gonna go a little cautiously to get necromancy HP. Kind of expected to be able to kill that enemy. Or rather lock him down, but I guess I didn't lock him down at all. I keep thinking I can get through here, I can't. Oh Lord. And done. Heavy turret. Colorless heavy turret is better than scavenging bombard. In fact, it might even be a turret I'm gonna stick with for the like rest of the run. Because that's a good turret. He has to be unprotected before he jumps. Okay, please hit you, thank you. These pierce, right? Yeah, they do in fact pierce. Or there's gonna be like way more than enough enemies to kill. Oh no. Now we wait. Oh, Jesus. I don't think there's two of them. I think it's just the one. That's why I like this turret trap. I'm just gonna teleport all the way back to the beginning. This is why I took this path to save all of these enemies over here, because oh my god, we need them. And with how far up that turret can actually aim, I'm very scared about this. With how far up that turret can aim, I think it's actually okay to take with us even into like later parts of the game here. Go ahead. You can't punch me. You can't. Like, you literally can't get to me. Okay. Well, we lived. Mother of Zerg, welcome. How's it going? This curse has to be the scariest one in the game so far. Well, maybe. This is a very scary curse because of those guys in particular. The freaking golems that just want to absolutely murder you. Glad I found you. Just exploring. Sometimes these enemies that you that spawn here, they will have things inside of them, so you do want to go back to kill them. Like they might have legendary equipment or just whatever. We also have to look for Mushroom Boy now, unfortunately. Oh no. And now we're at the point where I'm kind of running a little bit of a gamble here. I'm like, okay, are we gonna find Mushroom Boy by the end of the run? But we never saw him yet, so you never know. Maybe this is just a boyless run. I love that freeze. The demon statues are hideous. I think the same thing. The demon statues, they just look like a giant wing. Not like a food wing, although that would be kind of delicious. They just look like a giant wing hunched over, and it doesn't look like a demon. So whenever I see them, I always think to myself, what are you? The time you died to one behind a locked door seemed unfair. I've died a lot in this game. I don't remember that one specifically. Not to say it didn't happen, more to say, it's just, you know, the memories they mix in. Well, I don't see any floor runes. There might have been one around somewhere, but that's fine. Duh. Hank Babb says, I'm prepared to die a lot to the curse in the bank. Those new evolving golems can get really frightening. Those, sorry, that time you died to one behind a locked door seemed not, oh, you're talking about right, the gold golems from the bank. Do some spawn fully evolved? I don't think the gold accumulators in the bank spawn fully evolved. I think what happens is that they just take the money from off screen when you can't see it, and then they just kill you that way. Oh crap, we have a repeater crossbow. We're gonna have to dump this item, this gun, this weapon. Yeah, gold gorgers. The gorgers. Makes me think of Monster Train. Yeah, they spawn in a locked room, surrounded by golden bats, and so the idea is that if you're greedy and you're trying to get the money from the bats, it'll just go into the golems and you gotta fight 2 of them. I have 1,000,000% had that happen to me, and it was kind of fun. I can't believe he didn't die. Okay, we're going a little slow here. Heavy crossbow. I despise the heavy crossbow because I believe, and I have very little evidence of this, but I believe that there's a bug with the heavy crossbow, but I don't know what the bug is or how to replicate it. And I know, you know, that's not exactly what you expect to hear, but I had a run with a heavy crossbow that was really bad, and I think it was because it was bugged. And I have a bit of a dislike for it on the giant fight specifically as a result of that. Heavy crossbow is also just like a little slow. Animation lock is severe too. Agreed, but you can get around that just through familiarity. You can practice. But the fact that I did a run with a great legendary heavy crossbow and it took longer than it would take with this repeater to kill the giant made me very wary of ever taking it again. Yeah, that's a little hyperbolic, I'll admit, but you know, it definitely felt bad. How did that not aggro you? Invisible for 5 seconds. I like it. I struggle to find a build with a heavy crossbow that's fun. Whoa, God, he didn't get stunned. We didn't hit disengagement though, so we can still kill things to get our health back. Part of the, one reason why I'm not a big fan of the heavy crossbow is that if it doesn't work well with the grappling hook, the grappling hook damage only affects 1 bolt from the heavy crossbow, which I think is part of the bug, by the way. I think the bug is that the heavy crossbow hits the damage cap via the calculated damage of the shot that was affected by the grappling hook as opposed to the base damage of the weapon. If that makes any sense. Like, it's just weird. It's weird and buggy. Yeah, slammers can't be stunned. To be fair, I didn't see him, I just fell on him, so these guys also can't be stunned, but they're easier to deal with. I think that's spot on about the heavy crossbow. It's just, it's weird, and I don't like it. But whatever the cause is, there's something about heavy crossbow where its damage is not as high as it should be. You're becoming an elite. Maybe you weren't. I thought you were. Thought I saw that. Just looking. Random skill shop. Well, we gotta look. I might want that death orb for the giant fight. It's actually pretty good. Wow, I gotta do a lot of backtracking, don't I? Crap. Ranger's gear works on, Ranger gear phaser work on heavy crossbow. So does smoke bomb. Smoke bomb will apply its damage to every shot of the heavy crossbow as opposed to just the first bolt that lands like the grappling hook does. It's a little bit better. You know what? Right, I forgot that that doesn't do anything to you. Whatever, just die. This also asks, did you try the new vampirism? I have not tried it yet. I said that I didn't understand why they had to change it. I've definitely thought about it, and I can kind of understand maybe its new use cases now, but I do think that it didn't really need to be changed. But I guess the developers thought otherwise. Maybe going from 0% to 100% health with very little effort was overpowered. Or underwhelming if you didn't want to use it. Random weapons. We gotta look for something. The broadsword is okay. Wait, we got another weapon. It's right here. We got a toothpick. All right, let's not worry about random weapons then. If we have to use a toothpick against the giant, we have to. Hey, you. I think there's ton items better than vampirism, says Celso. I mean, yeah. Really, I think my thinking is that there are better items that are more widely usable at preventing damage by killing enemies as opposed to giving you health. If you can kill enemies, you don't need the healing because you've killed the enemies. It's one of the most useless items in the game. It very well might be. Come on, Mushroom Boy! Welcome, Mushroom Boy! Mushroom Boy! Let's do this, Mushroom Boy, me and you. Now just don't hit RT and explode, please. Wait, how do we get, oh, this way. To be honest, it's gonna be a hard habit to get out of, hitting RT for things. But we're gonna flippin' freaking try. Well, we did get to 60, which is kind of incredible. I hate that you're just kind of sitting there. I just want this. There you go. I want to sell it. All right, see you later. Okay, Mushroom Boy did not die. Even if he did, though, I don't think it would count because it's sacrifice, not, you know, he gets killed on his own. Mushroom Boy, take me by the hand. See ya. Don't hit RT. Don't hit RT. You said you'd go to the Queen? I guess we're gonna go to the Queen then. I unbound my button. Okay, you know what? That's probably a good idea. Go to controller. How do you unbind? Right skill. RT. X. Y. Select. Start. Confirm. Push a button. Back. Crap! Hold on. I can't unbind it. You know what? Hold on. I can. Left stick in. I don't even touch the left stick. There you go. That's how we're gonna do it. There you go. Now I'm not gonna hit RT, but in theory, I could hit RT and we'll be okay. L3 says, Mapache Ninja. Yeah, exactly, Ninja. L3. Like, if I can't unbind it, I'll at least bind it to a button that I'm not pressing. Thank God for the L3, right? Back in my day, we didn't even have an L3. It was just the left stick. It didn't have a button. It was so awkward to crouch in first-person shooters. Hey, it's garbage. L3 true hero. Probably R3. I don't use L3 all that much. If I'm moving and I gotta press the stick in, that's gonna interrupt my moving. So I don't press R3 that much. Unless accidentally, which is fantastic. Back in my day, the controller was a giant rectangle. It had 2 buttons on it. Imagine not using keyboard and mouse. Yeah, for a platformer. Sorry, Dead Cells is not a platforming game, actually. I always forget about that, but it's a, it's a tenet of the game design, I think. Where are we going? I guess we're done, so let's just go to the teleporter. Bleh. Just use keyboard only, coward. What mouse would you use for Dead Cells? You're not actually using the pointer on the screen, you're just moving and attacking in a direction. No mouse involved. Okay, are we done? We are done. Let's go explore. A Dreer Gamer says, I'm using keyboard only because I have the habit of doing it. That's a good point. I just be in the habit of it. Okay. So, Toothpick does a lot of damage. But it's real freaking slow. But that's probably accounted for in its DPS, isn't it? So, hold on. Broadsword is good. I'm trying to think what I would want here. Could take a second toothpick. I am actually interested in this. Hold on. Oh, I don't have kill rhythm. But we do have 2 toothpicks. I don't know. There's something amusing about this, isn't it? But now what I would want though is I would want a boy's axe, probably, or a giant killer. Dude, the toothpick does more damage. Well, not on the crit, but it does 80,000 as opposed to 137,000. Could use Frost Blast. Could use Scythe Claw. Oh my god. What do you think? Use the charge on the other toothpick while the legendary one's on cooldown. That's a very good point. That would work pretty well in the Lighthouse. You just have 2 toothpicks that can just one-shot a Lighthouse servant. The problem is the charge time moving up the Lighthouse, but you can still just smack them. What I like about the Scythe Claws is that we're gonna get the crits kind of immediately. For the toothpicks, that's not gonna happen on the giant fight. We're gonna do decent damage, but the Scythe Claws could be interesting. Not toothpick you ever run to finish. Well, I'm not saying we'll use a toothpick and die, I'm saying we'll use a toothpick and win. But the claw with kill rhythm, I mean, it's gonna do absurd damage, right? I think we gotta take the claw. We still have the toothpick and I will probably use it. But like, look at the damage on Scythe Claw. Okay, and then toothpick goes in our backpack. We have 31 survival scrolls. That's a massive bonus once we actually get kill rhythm. That should be incredible. Yeah. Okay, let's go and fight this giant, because the giant's gonna be, he's gonna go down very fast, I feel, with this. Although he does go, you know, down fast in general anyways. And we do have a damage cap to worry about, but sure. Get them both. I can't carry all the weapons, unfortunately, but I should have recycled the ones that I bought, but sure. We still have the toothpick. Now we've got a Scythe Claw, and we will swap out some mutations. I didn't recycle the food. Although now we have this, which is you hit him with the root. You know what? I want to test something. I want to test kill rhythm with this. I want to see if it works. Let's reset. We want disengagement. We're gonna take kill rhythm, and we're gonna see what happens. How come when he sits down, the door closes or the door opens? What the heck? So this is the normal charge time. Go. 1. Ding. Throw. Go. 1. So it's way faster. The charge is way faster with kill rhythm. The second shot is still slow, but YX? I like it. Yeah, we don't have Mushroom Boy out there, do we? Yeah. Or we could use Scythe Claw. I'm gonna use Scythe Claw, which is still great with kill rhythm. I mean, look at this. It's 45% bonus speed here. Let's do it. The real Zonti, welcome. You just beat boss level 2. Good. Congratulations. That's the hard one, right? Because you don't get any full heal flasks anymore. Like full recharges. You only get the partials, the one-offs. I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm just re-rolling to re-roll, I guess. What do we want? We want, probably Necromancy. And we'll probably re-roll mutations afterwards. Although Gastronomy would have been nice too. Instinct for crits? Nah, we don't really need the crits here. So, you know what? Really quickly here. Keyboard and mouse. Right skill. What is the right skill? E. So I can still summon Mushroom Boy, I just can't do it with the controller. That's fair. It's fair. All right, let's do it. Let's see what happens. I mean, I'm interested. Scytheclaw is relatively fast, all things considered. Yeah, that was pretty good. Are you sure the charge was faster before the wiki is edited? So it was about 1.5 seconds, maybe like one and 3/4 of a second without kill rhythm. With kill rhythm, it was about a 1 second charge on the toothpick. It actually does, I do think it works. I tell you what though, Izu, don't edit the wiki right now. After this run, remind me, and I can show you how to completely cheat at dead cells and get 100 scrolls, and we'll do a test. We'll do a legitimate test to see. We'll see if with plus 100% what it looks like. Anyways, that was pretty good. Good fight. Now, legendary Scytheclaw? Legendary stun grenade. It's one of those items where like there's almost no point in it being legendary. It should just not be able to be legendary. Like, if the item isn't supposed to do damage, it being legendary is honestly just bad. You know what, we have 4 healing flasks. I'm gonna reset mutations, and I'm gonna just take gastronomy. You know what, I'm gonna take gastronomy necromancy because I don't really care if I'm slower. Yeah, that's good, that's good. So I still have toothpick, by the way, but I'm not using it for anything. Yeah, tonic. Ice armor, vampirism, emergency door. You know, it being legendary is actually bad for the most part because that means it has fewer amounts of affixes. And for something like ice armor, yes, it protects you from a hit, but then you also get freezes enemies, poison cloud, bleeding, lights the ground on fire when the effect ends, and that kind of stuff is really nice to have on utility items like vampirism, tonic, ice armor. So losing that can actually be kind of annoying. And by kind of, I mean very much annoying. So killing an enemy in one shot of the Scytheclaw is a very good sign. Ice Armored Legendary is actually good IMO. But why? What does that do that makes it good or interesting or unique or whatever? I think I'm hitting him with the upwards arrow. I'm gonna kill you. Gotcha. God, I'm good. I think we maxed out necromancy. Mushroom Boy probably won't attack, will he? Oh, you know what? That's probably the invisibility damage bonus getting us those kills. $300,000 DPS, or 300,000 damage on a crit. That's quite good. Oh, baby. Nice crossbow. That would actually be good for the floor. Maybe we should have kept it and just used it. Because we're just trying to win the run at this point. I'm not trying to necessarily do something in a different fashion here. I just want to, you know, complete that check mark on achievementhunters.com. I'm loving the invisibility though. It would be awesome if you were also invisible to the lighthouse enemies, but I'm probably sure that that's not how that works. Okay, I almost got hit by your barrel. I didn't hit your barrel either. Both of those things are highly distressing facts. Hey, come here. Right, I'm invisible actually. Hey, come here. 100,000 damage on that shot. Just had to wait for you to teleport, you stupid son of a... Okay, this is a... Oh, yep. There's disengagement. You have to heal. You have to heal. You've got to get to one-shot protection off of that. Damn. Are the scythe claws normally this OP, or is this just a busted build? The typical trait of the weapon, says Izu. I don't have a fatal cadence. Why do you keep calling it that? It's kill rhythm. It's called kill rhythm. No, scythe claws, they just do a lot of damage. Their whole shtick is that they do a lot of damage and that you can alternate them. Okay, I have a legendary tombstone that does 180,000 DPS. God, I love the tombstone. I really... Okay, that was annoying. I really do like the tombstone. It is such a fun weapon. So now we have, hold on, I gotta actually, you know, take this one in my pocket. We have 180,000 DPS tombstone and 140,000 DPS toothpick. You know what? We can take kill rhythm now. We can take kill rhythm, and with both of these weapons, we don't need... We can take these instead of the scythe claws if we want. I kind of like it. It's not even that good of a synergy, I think. I just like the tombstone a lot. They're both legendaries, and then we still have the toothpick where we might be able to do this. I'm actually gonna go for the health now in that case. And I'm also going to become invisible and then smack an enemy and see how much damage we deal. You ready for this? 1.1 million. Get out of here. Uh-oh. Cadence fatal. Guess we could hold the rampart if we really want to. Or what we could do is take that brutality mutation where you can dodge roll and use your weapon in your backpack, and then we can actually have a weapon in our backpack. Uh-oh. All right. Oh, Jesus. I can't believe that I almost called the tombstone a bad weapon the first time I saw it. It's such a good weapon. It's such a fun weapon. I gotta, oh man, I'm gonna have to do backtracking for food. Never mind! Found one. Iron staff. I think I remember that iron staff does not work if you put it in your backpack. Like, it doesn't block or parry. I have a vague recollection of reading that on the wiki at one point in the past. All right, that's a weird one. Do 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 do. Bum bum ba bum bum. Bum bum ba bum bum. These guys are very rude. Oh, God. Careful. We also have 2 legendary, 1 colorless, and 1 required piece of equipment, so we can't really swap out our inventory anymore, can we? We are set. Okay, well, that didn't work. That worked. I was like, why am I not invisible? Hey, come here. Okay. All right, you know what? I hate you too. Hold on, come here. So I'm just looking at their weird faces. 1.2 million damage. I'm not really killing anything with this tombstone, am I? I'm just tombstoning them for the hell of it. I'm dooming them. Doom! Doom! Random skills? What do I need new skills for? Dun 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 dun. Oh God! That didn't work. Very surprised that my doom and gloom here didn't actually do anything. Mushroom Boy! If you're gonna kill him, kill him! Mushroom Boy kept resetting his attack, so he just kept stabbing me over and over again. Damn it, Mushroom Boy, what have you done to me? Hey. Glong, 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 glong. I like moving upward slightly and then just watching the tombstone fall out of the sky like it was supposed to be there. Hey. Gotcha. Dun, 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 dun. Is this the end of this hallway? It is the end of this hallway. All right. We did get the map though. There's 1 scroll fragment. It may matter, we'll go grab it. And I guess we will finish off the floor because we're still looking for food. Oh no, we just found the food. So I guess we could leave at any time. And we'll get a plus 45%. We'll get a 90% damage bonus on the next floor? That's insane. That's so much damage. Hold on. Hey, got him. Got him with the tombstone. It's like a matter of personal pride. You gotta kill everything with the tombstone if you can. I'm trying. Probably not a wise idea to play chicken with a rampaging zombie, huh? We saw this chest a long time ago, and we finally got it. It had nothing. All right, there's like 5 enemies left. So we're done, we're gonna leave, and I think we're gonna leave with these weapons. Why not? Yeah, the Scythe Claw probably does more damage. But you know what? This is a fun combo. I've got a giant club and then a tombstone. There's a specific reason why I like this too. We will not be able to hit a Lighthouse minion, a servant, with a crit from the Scythe Claw until we hit the second unit. Because the first hit is your non-crit, the second hit is gonna be your crit. So I don't see a need really to hold on to the Scythe Claws for that fight specifically. Kill rhythm will work just as fine, and then if we can hit him with the charged up toothpick shot, then we can kill him in one shot. You never know if that's gonna happen, probably not, but hey, whatever, right? So disengagement, kill rhythm, gastronomy. This is actually fast enough that you can get the combo out too. That's absurd. Let's give it a shot. Fatal Cadence? What the hell is Fatal Cadence? I took kill rhythm. Now, Mushroom Boy might screw the crap out of this for me, but whatever. We just gotta, this is a win run, not a flawless run. Forgot to sell the food? I sold the food. So 2 shots was enough to take out Calliope there. It's pretty good. Mushroom Boy's climbing this tower with me. He seems to be having a fun time. Wasn't even a crit, just one hit with the toothpick. All right, that's pretty good. You gonna come over here? Hey. You, I don't really care about. Like, yeah, you're gonna shoot me. I'm also just gonna climb. People say that like you should climb one side of the lighthouse or another in different phases of the fight. I'll be honest though, I don't get it. Like the fight's randomly generated, right? Why would you go up the left or up the right if they're random? I don't understand. This is pretty fun. So there's no point for me to even use the tombstone, I'm realizing. One hit with the toothpick will knock him out. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Hey. Okay, that's disengagement. We gotta heal. Kicked her in the face with the toothpick. Oh, it's so good. I'm sure it's just because it's legendary and we've got an extra 7 scrolls, but I guess a level 12S would probably be doing roughly similar damage. I don't have an insanely good legendary build here. And by that, what I mean is that we actually have most of our scrolls in green as opposed to just being spread out. And I even took 1 additional scroll in red I didn't have to. Yeah, and we have triple damage actually thanks to gastronomy pretty much. What, it's supposed to be hard or something? There's my scroll fragment. I'm glad I went back for the one on the last floor because it was important. Yeah, we just one-shot him on every phase. That's amazing. Hey, that's a lot of fun. Is that cursed sword? It's not cursed sword, it's better than a cursed sword. I don't die when I get hit and the damage is better than the cursed sword. So I'm just gonna get to the queen like as quickly as possible. Okay, yeah, you're right, it is 44 scrolls too. It could be, well, it was 43 for the fight, and it could be 45 for this upcoming fight, but we do have 1 point into tactics because of our amulet. With 100% HP, you do more damage as well? That's for you, Jin. Hold on. I had to get to my keyboard, so I just did it like that. Hey. Whatever. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to flawless you. I'm just trying to kill you. I better get that damn achievement, by the way. Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. Mushroom Boy didn't even do anything. I just wanted him out just in case I needed to. So I gotta admit, 2 heavy weapons with kill rhythm, with 1 tombstone and 1 toothpick, that's a fun build. Yes, because second to last achievement completed. Because you do a lot of damage with the tombstone in a wide area, that's like your crowd control, and then you have a toothpick for if there's like an elite and the elite's gonna teleport to you. Hell, just hold the toothpick, wait for him to teleport, smack him in the face. Or, you know, just use it to one-shot the Lighthouse enemies. That was a fun way of handling that run. Hey, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch. For when I go live, support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Dead Cells.